Happy holidays and welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to show you 5 great accessories to add to a gift if you are buying someone a Nintendo Switch for the holidays, or 5 accessories you may want to add on to your own Switch. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to Rock Solid Productions. My name is Gary, your host here on the channel. Now, before we get started with this episode, I just want to take a second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out our little Nintendo Switch gift guide that we have going on here today. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, if you find it useful, do me a favor, check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel that apply both to the Switch and the Switch Lite. And if you really like what you see here, and if you want to be, informed and kept up in the know, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, that way each and every time we do upload new content, you are kept informed and up to date, and give us a thumbs up if you like what we're showing you here today. So the Nintendo Switch in 2020 is still a juggernaut. I know many people that have hit me up and asked me, where do I find a Switch? Which version of the Switch should I get? What accessories should I get? And we're going to hit on that last one here, what accessories you should get for the Nintendo Switch. Now, what I'm going to talk about here, they're not in any particular order, but they are things that you could get all of them, you can get 1 or 2 of them, but what we're going to talk about here in this episode will definitely help take the experience for someone getting a Nintendo Switch for the first time to the next level. Let's get started. First out of the gate is the Nintendo Switch online service, and that is what is playing behind me with Super Mario 35th. The great thing about the Nintendo Switch Online is there's a number of different things about it. First and foremost, you get the online capability, so you can play with friends and family online. So if you have Super Smash Bros., Super Mario Kart, other games like that that enable online play, you're going to need the Nintendo Switch Online service. You also get benefits of free games such as Super Mario 35th. And finally, you also get access to a somewhat limited but decent catalog of older NES and Super NES titles. Now, the Switch Online is available at a number of different price ranges. You can do, month by month for like $3.99 a month, 3 months at a crack for $7.99, or $19.99 takes care of you for an entire year. Now, if you are in a household that will have more than one Nintendo Switch, or a Switch and a Switch Lite, my recommendation, do the family membership. That's $34.99, but basically allows you to have multiple memberships shared across one basically family membership on there. This is actually what I do for myself and my wife. She has a Switch Lite. This is my Switch. That way we can play online if we want to. And one other benefit about the Nintendo Switch Online, above and beyond the online gameplay, above and beyond the free games, above and beyond the NES and Super NES titles, is the fact with many games it allows cloud save backup. And what that means is if your Nintendo Switch or Switch Lite happens to die, you can re-download your saved game data, so not all is lost. Really, for the money, if it's just one system, $19.99 a year, it's a terrific deal. One of the wonderful things about the Switch and the Switch Lite is its portability, the fact that you can take either system with you practically anywhere. If you're going to do that, you don't just want to throw it in a purse or a backpack or a bag or something like that and have it bouncing around. You want to protect it. Get yourself a good, sturdy case. And there are a number of different cases available for the Switch and the Switch Lite. This one here, this is the deluxe travel case from KMD. This one here, this is the Mamba hybrid case. They both allow you to store the systems themselves, a number of different games, and accessories. And the nice thing is they both have, well, not a super hard shell, they do have a hard enough shell, I would call it, so that you can go ahead and throw this in a bag or a backpack and not worry about, like, hey, if your laptop happens to be pressing on this, it's not going to damage your LCD display. Plus, like I mentioned, you do have the additional benefits of having cartridge storage on here too, so while you're traveling, you don't worry about losing games. Now, I do have an entire playlist dedicated to KMD and Mamba cases. Make sure that you check them out here on the channel for some more recommendations. So the Switch comes out of the box with this guy here. This is the Joy-Con grip. Anyone with a traditional Nintendo Switch, not a Switch Lite, should be familiar with this. You slide your Joy-Cons in here and you can use it almost like a real controller. Well, don't use something that's almost like a real controller. get yourself a real controller. And there's a number of different options available out there. Nintendo has their own Switch Pro controller, and this thing is exceptional. It's got great balance. The triggers on the shoulders feel great. The analog sticks are wonderful. The face buttons are all great on it too. I absolutely love this controller. This is what I play with my Switch most of the time. When I am not using this one of the downsides of this, it's not exactly cheap. You're looking $60 to $70 roughly. You may be able to find it on special during the holidays. I actually really also like these guys here. These are both from KMD, and they also call it a Pro controller. And what's nice about these is they are a fraction of the cost of the OEM Nintendo one. And they feel great. They've got the built-in rumble. The one missing feature on these that may or may not affect you, there's no amiibo support. I really don't use amiibos myself, so for me, these work great, and the battery life is fantastic. And when I say a fraction of the cost of the Switch Pro controller, these can be had for under 30 bucks. So you can get two of these for the cost of one of those. Now, again, you do lose that amiibo support, but that's really the only major glaring difference between this and that. And again, I do have a full-blown review on these guys if you do want to learn more. Now, in addition to a standard Pro controller or one of the KMD Pro controllers, if you are interested at all in playing the Super NES or the NES online games, I cannot recommend the Hyperkin Scout and Cadet wireless controllers enough. Now, these are Bluetooth controllers, and the nice thing is there was a firmware update for both of these to allow you to use them with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's terrific being able to play Super NES games with a controller that feels like a Super NES gamepad. Same thing with the NES games. These are also available at a very reasonable price. They work great. The battery life is terrific. Plus, if you also happen to have a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo Entertainment System, this will work with the Super NES, and this will work with the NES. So there are a lot of different controller options out there for you to consider above and beyond just using Joy-Cons and the Joy-Con grip. Now, if you are going to have extra controllers and whatnot laying around, you need a way to charge those suckers, right? That's where you might want to look into an external charging stand for both Joy-Cons and Pro controllers, such as this guy here from Nyko. This is designed to fit the Pro controller. There's a little dongle that goes on the back that plugs in here, and it charges everything up for you. Super nice and convenient, and the nice thing, it helps declutter your gaming area. There's also this little 4-port Joy-Con charger from KMD. It's red when the Joy-Cons are being charged, green when they are fully charged, and this can hold up to 4 Joy-Cons at one time. So you can charge the Joy-Cons that come with the system, a spare pair, plus you can still charge a pair on the system itself. Having extra chargers available to you on the go really makes things more convenient, and make sure that when you are ready to go and game, everything is charged up. Now, I do have, again, reviews of that Nyko charger, of the KMD charger on the channel that you can check out. Another accessory you may want to check out too, tied into chargers, is KMD also has a 4-port USB port designed to sit under the stock Switch dock. It basically quadruples the number of USB ports available to you to charge accessories and to actually use external USB type controllers too. It's really a convenient feature, and I have loved mine ever since I've had it. If you're anything like me, you want to play your Switch in a number of different rooms. I've got mine connected up here in the game room. I also want to be able to play in my bedroom and on my living room TV, and that's where having multiple Switch docks can really be handy. Now, the stock OEM Nintendo one, it works, it's proven, it's what the system comes with. That's why it's OEM. They're not cheap. There are less expensive options for you out there, but be careful. As of the 5.0.0 firmware update, and we're talking almost 3 years ago, so this is a very old issue that has long been addressed. With that 5.0 system update, when you used certain third-party AC adapters and docks, it would cause your Switch to be non-functional anymore. The main thing that manufacturers are now doing is they are omitting that AC adapter, and we really recommend that you use the stock OEM adapter direct from Nintendo. So you will have to purchase a separate AC adapter above and beyond whatever dock that you go with. But there's some great options out there. This is one of my favorite here from Brook Gaming. It's got just so much cool tech built into it that I haven't seen on a whole lot of other, if any, other docks. It has built-in Bluetooth, so you can go ahead and listen using Bluetooth headphones. The Switch doesn't have built-in Bluetooth. It's kind of dumb. This takes care of it for you. If you're a fan of Super Smash Bros., it also has GameCube ports on the front of it, so you can use it with a GameCube style controller. That's terrific. And you also have 2 USB ports on front, so you can use other third-party accessories and controllers going in through the USB on the front. HDMI cable on the back goes right into your TV. It is wonderful. There are other docks that you can utilize as well, such as the one from ChargeN Pro, that really, it isn't a dock, it's a dongle, but it also incorporates a network adapter built into it, so you can hardwire to a router or to a modem, so you have even better speed, performance, and consistency over what you would normally see on Wi-Fi. Picking out a Nintendo Switch dock, there's a lot of them out there. I've reviewed a ton of them here on the channel, and stay tuned to the channel because I will be doing a Switch dock shootout coming soon. So there you have it, my recommendations for 5 accessories to pick up to make that gift of a Nintendo Switch that much sweeter this holiday season. There are a lot of great accessories out there. It can get really confusing. This hopefully helps kind of narrow down a little bit some of the options that are available for you out there. Now, if you do have any questions about, like, is this good, is this not good, you know, what about this accessory, what about that accessory, you can feel free, first of all, leave a comment down below. I do answer and read all of our comments that we get here on the channel. You can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. And like I mentioned, down below in the comments, that's the easiest way to go ahead and get your questions answered. And not just by me, but by this great community that you can become a member of just by going ahead, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way you're kept up to date with everything we have going on here. My name is Gary, and this has been Rock Solid Productions and our look at 5 top accessories to add to your Nintendo Switch. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.